Hi, this is Levi with Bench Center. I have an update or something that I would like to share with you. So it took me some time and I came up with this maybe a year and a half ago. It just kind of came to me. If you want what they have, do what they do. And if you don't want what they got, don't do what they did. Now, in the core of humans, I think we all know this to be true. And I don't feel like this is said enough. It's in the undertones and the undercurrents of how we should behave, how we should show up. But if you want what they got, just do what they did. And if you don't want what they got, just don't do it. Don't do it that way. As a bench sitter, it's up to you to get you to where you want to be. Sometimes it's going against the grain, and sometimes it's going with the flow. It's up to you to figure out what your destiny and destination looks like. So surround yourself with people, places, and the things that are going to help you get to your destination. Find a couple people that reflect the journey that you yourself want to go. Because it's up to you at the end of the day to call the shots of your own life. At the end of the day, you are the person who lets things slide into your life and exit out of your life. So be very picky about the energies that you allow to influence you. When I was running away with substances that I couldn't handle, meaning when my brain would say no, my body would still say go, and it was ruining my life. I was hanging around people who were running away with those same substances, and even harder substances at the time, and I looked around me one day and was like, I don't want anything that these people have gotten out of their life. I was calling the shots in my life. I was picking and choosing people that reflected who I was. Turns out who I wasn't actually who I wanted to be. And I had to make some hard choices. I had to distance myself from those people. People that they ended up in, they had been incarcerated, which is something that I refuse to identify with. As a black male, I would rather not ever be in the prison system, or even into jail, because the facts are, it just is a narrative written out for me, and I refuse to fall in line with the carved narrative of this society for the route that a black man has to go down, which is stealing, heavy drinking, maybe substances in drug form, and knocking up some chick, having multiple children, and ending up in jail, being a distant father. This is a narrative that, although it's rough and it's ugly, and it is probably easy to fall into, especially if you're in the wind not picking and choosing. At the end of the day, it's a choice. Do I fall into line and go with the flow and end up without any of my freedom and get far away from the life that I know I could have with a little bit of self-discipline and self-love and perception and awareness? Or do I just let go of the reins and just run head on into a narrative that's already there to pick me up and throw me in prison? Now, we all have different fates that are carved out for us, whether it's how our familiar structure is carved, or their expectations, or the things that they have decided are okay, but it has caused so much harm and so much pain. Or our friend group, for instance. Our friend group could be, there when we call, but at the end of the day, they cause more harm in the long run than good in the long run. And I want us to be able to call the shots in our life. So if you have not yet taken the time to decide in 3 years, who do you want to be? In 5 years, who do you want to be? In 10 years, who do you want to be? And so on, and so on. That's the first step. For some of you, that will be an easy answer. For others of you, that will be a very tough one. But it's time to wake up and take action. If you want what they have, do what they do. If you don't want what they got, don't do what they did. Take the bench.